Hello there, hello Big Brother fans. So Jade is out of the Big Brother house. Now I predicted tonight that Christian would be out, but I got it totally wrong and she's out. But the most obvious thing that happened tonight is the legends stay for another week. Well, we think it's for another week. It looks like it'll be at least till Wednesday, maybe Friday, but they could be in for the rest of the series. It wouldn't surprise me. And of course, Mark is tied in with them, so that means he cannot be nominated. Again, this is not a surprise because they want to protect him. They know the rest of the housemates will nominate him and he could be evicted. They, the producers of Big Brother, do not want to lose Mark. He's TV gold. He's changed the show since he's come in, and that's why all this has been done. That's why the legends stay. Now, when the credits rolled, we saw a big argument. Brian's not taking Jade's eviction very well. So let's talk about Jade. Let's talk about why Jade has been evicted. First of all, I think she's an awesome housemate. Doesn't mean I want to vote her for a Nobel Peace Prize or anything like that. It's just she was entertainment. But the problem with Jade was from day one, she was a very transparent housemate. She came in telling everyone how beautiful she was and she's this, that and the other. She's polyamorous, which basically means she sleeps with whoever she wants, which everyone has a right to do, whether you're man, woman or beast. But her downfall was this: when the legends came in, her tactical nous led her to fade into the background. That was absolutely tactically genius. Her mistake was, once she went for Brian, she put herself in the centre circle and she made herself a target. And that is why Jade's sitting in the box studio with Rylan. And that's the problem. She got it wrong. I'm sure she felt by going for Brian, she went for the weak link, that he could shut her corner when they were discussing who would be up, and it failed. Now tonight, I thought Emma Willis was brilliant. Again, this is the kind of difference. I love Davina McCall, but Davina McCall kind of didn't ask as many hard questions as Emma does. I don't know if that's more probably the producers that run the show now rather than they did on Channel 4. Let's get it right. The Channel 4 era was wonderful. We had big ratings. We saw Victor come in, so that's the kind of housemate that Channel 4 used to have. But I just feel Emma does ask more searching questions. And of course, she really did stick it to Jade tonight, asked some really big questions. So well done, Emma Willis, for that. So what happens now? Christian has been nominated by Jade, and apparently that means that he's up straight away. He's definitely up for eviction on Friday, and they're going to be playing some kind of nomination tag all throughout the week. Now this is an interesting one. Who goes up? Will people start voting for Jack? Joel is being targeted as well now, and this is kind of interesting. Joel's being accused of kind of getting in with the legends. Let's be honest about it. There's 150 grand up for grabs. They're the power. Why wouldn't you try and be a bit friendly with them as long as it's not too transparent? The problem is Helen Wood is no mug, and she really put up the people that I believe should have been up this week. Jade should have been up because of her behaviour. Doesn't mean I don't like her, I'm just saying within the framework of what's been going on. Christian has been boring. As Emma Willis said tonight, just because you're an ordinary person doesn't mean you shouldn't be in Big Brother. I mean, it's my dream to go on the show and I'm boring and as ordinary as fuck, so be no hope for me. So I get that point. But he's been boring, he's been holding back, so he hasn't been going up for eviction. And then as soon as he went up, he started getting involved with arguments because he knew he had to do something to kind of quash the boring tag. A bit late for that Christian. But he's still got a chance, he's still in there fighting, and he doesn't mean he's going to be evicted on Friday because he's up, because it depends who he's up against. Joel has a little bit of a chance of being up this week, but again, it depends who he's up with. Could Danny find himself up? I don't know. Now, let's talk about what happened tonight with Danny and Helen accusing Victor of being a cokehead. Now, unfortunately, I know lots of people like Helen. I've been friends with girls like Helen where they say things and then they don't think about what they're saying. It's all about, she's a passionate girl and she's saying things and she's saying things and she's saying things, but she doesn't think about what she's saying. And then of course Danny's a gentleman. Danny, I don't know if he's friends with Victor or anything like that. And so Danny's basically saying, do you actually know he's a cokehead? And that was a good point to say. And of course she sucked him into an argument and you saw him kicking the shit out of the pizza boxes. I don't know what they did to him, but no, I mean, I totally get where the guy's coming from. I felt for him because she really lured him in, but she went into the diary room and started crying. She's not a fake crier. She was upset. I think she did feel bad because she does know he's a good guy, and I think she doesn't dislike Danny. And I think I've heard today they kind of had a little chat, and I think she even admitted that she doesn't know for sure that Victor's a cokehead. Now, she again made another claim about Victor, that friends of hers had been at the wrong end of him. She kind of hinted the wrong end of his temper. I don't know. But again, she's digging herself a hole. And this is what Helen does. I follow Helen on Twitter. And she's very controversial because she is a controversial figure. But sometimes when people argue with her and then try and kind of lick her arse, she's not having it. You've said that about me now, it's done. With Helen Wood, this is what I think. Sometimes she's very cruel, she's very vile, but again, she does show some warmth, but I don't know the woman. I am no one to start judging people on a show. For me, I respect anyone who goes on that show and puts themselves up there to be shot. You're being judged by everyone. We don't know those people. They don't know us, but we're judging them. We're saying, this one's this, Helen's this, Brian's that, Nikki's this, Jade's that. But, of course, that's part of it. That's why we love it. They want us to do that, not the people in the house, but the people make it. We have heightened opinions of people about how they conduct themselves on a reality show. But that's not real. And this is what I say to people on Twitter. It's not real. Don't get carried away. These are people who are trying to win 150,000 squids. And believe me, as I said to you the other night, I will be doing exactly the same thing. Now, who's going to win this thing? Well, it's so up for grabs. I don't even know who I want to win this thing. I've had so many different people. Actually, Sarah Greenwood, who was on the show, did a little article on the style. I kind of agreed with a lot of the stuff she said. Not all of it, but I think she made some good points. And I think now is when the real gameplay comes in. This is when it happens. But you can't be as transparent as Jade was. Jade made the same mistake as Nasty Nick and everyone who's come after him, who's that type of character. Truth, like Nasty Nick did. He tried to get people to write people's names for nomination. Too transparent. And we've seen characters like that in the past. Jade did it herself when she was cuddling Nick in the opening couple of weeks and kind of suggesting who he should nominate. It was obvious. It was too obvious. And people see it. If you don't want to be yourself and you'd want to gameplay in the Big Brother house, you've got to be more psychologically astute. And you've got to be able to do it. Now, a lot of people say about Big Brother, no one can not be themselves for 2 or 3 months. Well, you'll be surprised when that kind of money is up for grabs. What you'll find is some people are themselves. But I don't know. I don't know if Chloe is that sweet, essence of light in real life. I don't know her. She comes across as a really nice, sweet girl. Is she that, or is she playing us? We will find out. Because some of that theory, what I just said, is right. In the end, your mask will slip and you will lose. And that's why a lot of the people who can't keep a mask on, that's why they've been evicted. Harriet, which has been my favourite housemate of this year, she didn't have a mask. She was just herself. She smoked, she cussed, she lost her tempers. Sometimes I used to worry about her that she was gonna, lose it too much for herself. I didn't want her to mug herself off or anything. And in the end, you do get booted out but to me, all that stuff with Harriet was endearing to me, and it wasn't about I I liked her, but of course, so many women watch it and they got rid of her. Shame with Harriet, because she was a great housemate and she would have been an even better housemate. And she would have been a great winner. She would have been my winner. Lovely girl. That's all I've got time for. Lucky for you. Good night. It's boiling here. Bye.